Good night, my name is Juan Salvatierra, and tonight I wish to discuss why Chile is such an attractive country to visit and why it is being selected as one of the most wonderful and best countries for nature adventure by the Lonely Planet Tourism Guide. The travel guide has 13 million followers and recently published its top 10 travel destinations in 2018. And this year, Chile has earned first place in that list. Chile has been selected as the number one place to visit with an abundance of wonderful places available for tourism. Aside from the nature, landscape, and amazing scenarios, Chile also has in their food or gastronomy, culture, and people that make this country the country selected by the Lonely Planet Tourism Guide as the best place to visit and to know. Chile is a large and thin country in the south of the world, in South America. Chile has a variety of environments and weather. In the north of Chile, we can find the most arid desert of the entire world, the Desierto de Atacama. At its center, or in the center of the country, we can find exquisite Mediterranean weather, perfect to cultivate grapes, from which come some of the best wines in the world. And by the southern Chile and the southern Chile, we can find the entrance of the Chilean Patagonia or Patagonia, full of life, mountains, humid forest, lakes, rivers, volcanoes, and wonderful coast. As a person who lived in Chile for more than 29 years and having traveled throughout almost all the Chilean territory, I can tell you perfectly about some things that will make your visit something extraordinary. Also, as the lonely planet tourism guys say about Chile, Chile is nature on a causal scale, but travel here is surprisingly easy if you don't rush it. I would like to persuade you to visit this magical and charming and natural part of the planet called Chile. I will talk about the food or gastronomy, adventure tourism, places, wonderful places, people and culture. First, I'd like to define Chile, not the word Chile. What is Chile? Chile is a nation of warm people, wonderful food, and breathtaking places, and where foreign people are always welcome with smiles and hugs. This nation is a rainbow of flavors, textures, smells, and colors. According to the Lonely Planet Tourism Guide, Chile offers a wide range of produce and fruit, as well as local meat and extensive seafood options, regional delicacies, and there are countless ways to partake of a memorable meal. You can indulge in ancient dishes fired up in earth ovens in Chile, linger over a solar cooked feast in the Elqui Valley, and discover seafood delicacies on the hidden lines of Valparaiso. Seafood in Chile is something that shows a variety of flavors, also colors and textures. Also, Lonely Planet described the Chilean seafood as no matter where you roam in Chile, you will never be far from the ocean. In this thin country with a coastline stretching over 42,000 kilometers, the beautiful Pacific, it is the backyard giving Chile some of the best loved staples including loco or abalone, erizo, sea urchins, and machas, razor clams, jaivas, crabs, ostiones, scallops, and many others. Seafood lovers can hit vibrant mercados de mariscos, seafood markets, on or near to the coast, all the way from the first city in the north of Chile to one of the last city in the southern Chile called Bolivia. As you already know, Chile is a country very generous, where people will try many kinds of food, flavors, and textures. Also, it is a nation that mixes culture in their gastronomy or food and provides to the tourists a great experience with reasonable prices. In Chile, there is a proverb saying, "Si es chileno, es bueno." If it in this means, if it's Chilean, it is good or great. I would like to say great. Now that we know a little bit more about Chile and what can offer us about food or gastronomy, we cannot stop here because Chile is not just gastronomy or food. As many other countries, you can find different kind of or a variety of weathers and landscapes, scenarios. For example, if you're visiting the north of Chile, visiting the Atacama Desert, you will find one of the most arid, actually the most arid desert in the world, with a marsh landscape with geysers, salares, or salt lakes, where hiking could be something totally different, making you feel like as an astronaut in the planet Mars. Arriving to the central coast of Chile, you will find beautiful beaches where surfing is like breathe for the local young people, and where surfing World Cups are being disputed during many years. Chile's beautiful and perfect beaches always are ready to offer good and huge waves to the surfers who comes from all around the world to enjoy the central Chilean coast. Going to the south of Chile, you can find the entrance of the Patagonia, a magical place where people fall in love of the most beautiful blue skies in the world, where sea and mountains mix in one, where wind and trees play songs to the people, where kayaking, biking, mountaineering, and skiing, snowboarding are something daily, and where extreme sport really means extremes because of the terrain and the weather. If you want to hike in Chile, in the Chilean Patagonia, you can find in Chile one of the seven natural wonders in the world. The website sevennaturalwonders.org described Torres del Paine National Park as one of the most frequently visited places throughout the entire Patagonia region for those looking to explore natural beauty at every turn and endless adventures. Located in Chile and filled with various types of drainage networks, including lakes, glaciers, rivers, ponds, streams, and cascades. From north to south, Chile has many destinations and wonderful and majestic places with many activities to share and offer. You will never be bored in Chile. You can see and taste many things and do many others. Now, I would like to introduce one of the most important resources of Chile, which are its people. I can tell you, I know very well the people in Chile. People in Chile have an ancestor background very large, mixing European with Native Americans and sometimes African American and Asian American. The most predominant races are European American, obviously, and Native Americans. And the South of Chile people say because it is so freezing, they love to hug people because they can feel and give heat. It is a perfect excuse to spend time with friends. The Lonely Planet guide described people in Chile like you have landed in the end of the continent. And one thing that stands out at this final frontier is hospitality. Buena onda, good vibes, means putting forth a welcoming attitude. Patagonians or people from Patagonia, share rounds upon rounds of mate tea. Some bad things you can find in Chile. Many smiles when you are walking on the streets of a little town as La Union, or in cities as Arica in the north of Chile, or others like Valdivia and Osorno. People will always offer a smile and show good manners, especially if you are in the south of Chile. People in Chile are very, very giving. You will know that, and you will know that people in Chile will always treat their foreign visitors very well. And as in the famous song in Chile say the title Si vas para Chile, and the lyrics say campesinos y gente del pueblo te saldrán al encuentro viajero y verás como quieren en Chile al amigo cuando es forastero. Farmers, that means in English, farmers and people from town will get out of the encounter of the traveler, and you will see how much in Chile they love their friends when they are foreign. Now that we know more about what Chile have to offer you, and is your choice, travel to the end of the world and recharge your batteries in an amazing country with amazing gastronomy or food, places, and amazing people. Surely now you have something in what you can think, daydream, and ponder. I'm sure that Chile will be the title of the next video you will look in YouTube. But as but as Elder Boyke taught in his talk Candle of the World, let me he say, let me ask if you know what salt tastes like. Then assuming that I have never tasted salt, explain me just what it tastes like. I can uh, I can talk about this beautiful nation and the end of the world, but you will never really know certainly if all the things that I'm telling you are true or not. Are true or not. In this case, you need to taste the salt by yourself to know how the taste of it is. You have the power of taking the first step to the adventure, to taste, smile, and enjoy the countless things you will find in Chile. A nation of a nation of extremes, a nation of the solidarity, wonderful skies, amazing places, and charming people. I'm sure that if you visit Chile, you will need to take something from Chile with you for the rest of your life. We can ask my wife. My wife, she bring me with her. Choosing to visit Chile will put a contagious smile in your face. You may you maybe will gain a little bit of a belly from the delicious food and happiness, and you will see life from a different perspective, feeling blessed and appreciating more the life that you have. Just save money and prepare your suitcase or backpack for your next adventure to the end of the world. Destination Latitude South, Chile.